The cry came again. A chill raced up Chandra's spine. Was it a baby? No way. Not up here in these steep hills. Her mind was playing tricks on her. Most likely some small beast had been wounded and was in pain. A cat who had strayed, or a wounded raccoon, maybe even a bear cub separated from its mother. Snarling, Sam started back up the stairs toward her. Hold on. Chandra yanked on her jeans and stuffed the end of her flannel nightshirt into the waistband. She slid her feet into wool socks and, after another quick search under the bed, crammed her feet into her boots. Her father's old .22 was tucked into a corner of the closet. She hesitated, grabbed her down jacket, then curled her fingers over the barrel of the Winchester. Better safe than sorry. Maybe the beast was too far gone and she'd have to put it out of its misery. Maybe it was rabid. And maybe it's not a beast at all. By the time she and the retriever crept back downstairs, Sam was nearly out of his mind, barking and growling, ready to take on the world. Slow down, Chandra ordered, reaching into the pocket of her jacket, feeling the smooth shells for her .22. She slipped 2 cartridges into the rifle's cold chamber. Okay, now don't do anything stupid, she said to the dog. She considered leaving Sam in the house for fear that he might be hurt by the wounded, desperate beast, but then again, she felt better with the old dog by her side. If she did stumble upon a lost bear cub, the mother might not be far away or in the best of moods. As she opened the door, a blast of cool mountain air rushed into the room, billowing curtains and causing the fire to glow brightly. The night wind seemed to have forgotten the warm breath of summer that still lingered during the days. Clouds drifted across the moon like solitary ghosts, casting shadows on the darkened landscape. The crying hadn't let up. Punctuated by gasps or hiccups, it grew louder as Chandra marched across the gravel and ignored the fear that stiffened her spine. She headed straight for the barn, to the source of the noise. The wailing sounded human. But that was insane. She hadn't heard a baby cry in years, and there were no children for miles. Her dreams must have confused her, and yet... She opened the latch, slid the barn door open, and followed an anxious Sam inside. A horse whinnied, and the smells of dust and saddle soap and dry hay filled her nostrils. Snapping on the lights with one hand, she clutched the barrel of the gun with the other. The horses were nervous. They rustled the straw on the floor of their boxes, snorting and pawing, tossing their dark heads and rolling their eyes as if they, too, were spooked. It's all right, Chandra told them, though she knew that something in the barn was very, very wrong. The crying became louder and fiercer. Her throat dry, her rifle held ready, Chandra walked carefully to the end stall, the only empty box. What the devil? Chandra whispered as she spied a shock of black fur. No, hair. A baby's downy cap of hair. Chandra's heart nearly stopped, but she flew into action, laying down the gun, unlatching the stall, and kneeling beside the small, swaddled bundle of newborn infant. The tiny child was bound in a ratty yellow blanket and covered by a tattered army jacket. Oh, God, Chandra whispered, picking up the small bundle only to have the piercing screams resume at a higher pitch. Blue-black eyes blinked at the harsh overhead lights, and the infant's little face was contorted and red from crying. One little fist had been freed from the blankets and now waved in agitation near its cheek. Oh, God! Oh, God! The baby, all lungs from the sound of it, squealed loudly. Oh, sweetheart, don't cry, Chandra murmured, plucking pieces of straw from the child's hair and holding him close to her breast, trying to be soothing. She scanned the rest of the barn, searching for the mother. Hey! Is anyone here? Her sweat seemed to freeze on her skin as she listened for a response. Hey, anyone? Please answer me. The only noises in the barn were the horses snorting, the baby hiccuping and crying, Sam's intermittent growls, and Chandra's own thudding heart. Shh, 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 she said.